Everything is working. We are live. Hello. Let's see. Hey, Mateo. You say hi. Can you say hi to everybody? Mateo is being really good tonight. I think he understands now that when he gets to sit in his bed and go to sleep, he knows what we're doing now. I say that, he's gonna have a full meltdown.
Yeah, right.
Full scale meltdown like a toddler. Hey,
Woke
bud.
up with a slight hesitation,
Hey, bud.
like I wasn't meant to wake at all. Biting off way more than I can chew, like I sometimes do.
Hello,
I
friends.
never know where or when to start.
Here it comes. Here's the doggy meltdown.
Why
like a toddler.
are we here? Why do we die?
Hi.
Maybe we're just never meant to know.
Hey, guys.
why.
Oh, hi.
Why are we
Thanks for being
Why do
here. We
die?
are we're just letting people file in the door.
Filing in the door. Let all the people file into the door, even though there is no door at all. It's just an electronic internet thing. There's no doors, but it's a place to sing songs that no one knows.
Hey, do you sing requests?
I do. Usually weird requests about topics. I'll make a song up.
Yeah.
As far as like, formal songs that have been recorded by somebody else, I take them, but it's unlikely I will know the song.
Hello, friends.
I don't play a lot of
Hi.
covers. That was a cover, though. That was a Deer Hunter song.
Sarah.
Hello. Hola.
Waleed. Tom.
What kind of request is it?
Big Buford.
Oh,
Mary.
Buford. Always back in the action.
Sarah says make a song up.
Okay, what do you want to hear about? What kind of song would you like to hear about?
Hey, bud.
Topic idea?
Hi. Surprise me. Bart coming in hot with a super chat. Would love to say I'm only here for Drew songs, but unfortunately, I'm here for it all. We appreciate you. The Splintered Finger. I would love to know your real name, the Splintered Finger. Or maybe it's just
I got the song
shrouded in mystery. I'm here
for the songs. The truth is, that's the worst part of the whole thing. Mostly I'm here because I want to hear Mateo bark.
Look at him
He
watch
never
you.
does, but he likes to hear it when I sing. We're talking about insulation and stuff. I think that's what we did in this last episode.
Yep.
Oh, insulation is rough and contentious at times, but it's not that big of a deal. Because none of this really matters.
Ray, hello from Ohio.
Ohio in the house.
Jennifer says hello from Georgia, where we are miserably hot and working on our shuttle bus build at the Schooley Homestead community.
Oh, interesting. I have not heard of that, but I haven't heard of much. Is that a big thing?
We're out of the loop.
Is that a big thing? That sounds cool. It's like a place to go and work on your rigs with other people that are there.
The Splintered Finger. His name's Ted.
Oh, Teddy, old Teddy Splintered Fingers.
You could not pronounce my last name. You want to give it a shot? Spitolski.
Let me see it. Oh man, is it Polish?
It must be, right?
If that's wrong and it's offensive, I did not mean that.
Bart Drew is serenading Mateo. Mateo staring longingly into Drew's eyes. You saw that too. He was staring him down.
He really was. We were having a moment there.
He was. You nailed it, Savannah. Yes.
Oh, you got it?
We're from Buffalo, where there's a lot of Polish people.
Yeah, well.
And so we're very used to Polish last names. Like I went to school with a lot of people with.
He's gonna be like, it's not Polish. You got it right though. But I guess was that it was Polish.
I mean, I'm used to the last names that end in ski.
What is it now?
Spitulski.
Teddy Spitulski comments a lot.
Eddie says, "Hey from Canada, love your work and your tastes. Thank
Eddie,
you
what's
so
up
much."
from Canada? Oh, Canada, our home and native land. God keep our land glorious and true.
Our neighbors to the north, the Great White North.
Oh, the Great White North there, bud.
Ray, can't wait to see your build when it's finished. Me
Right.
too. I can't wait.
also am very excited. We did some things today that definitely made it start to look like
Oh yeah.
it's looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
We also worked way too late and tried to squeeze dinner in between this, and that didn't. We kind of just had some snacks.
I've never eaten a meal so fast in my life.
It's like, hey, dinner. Like it's like 8:30. I'm like, oh no.
We like put our tools down and just ran back inside to start this.
And the problem is we've been pulling the Unicell out of the tent to get a little more space for some of the projects we're on. So it's like, oh crap, we got to clean up the space too to get the thing back in the tent.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's like an extra 10 minutes, but it is what it is.
Yep. Ted, the splintered finger. I used to be from Ohio. A lot of Polish people there, now in Virginia. Virginia's awesome. I toured through there a few times. I really like Virginia. It's beautiful.
That reminds me of a song. I used to live in Ohio. There was lots of Polish people there.
Everything reminds you of a song.
Now I live in Virginia. It's just a little bit south, right under there. Not underwear. Under there. Underwear. Okay.
This is going downhill.
It's going uphill.
Will you guys, Lexi says, will you guys be selling this new build or living in it? We are not entirely sure yet, but we're getting close to announcing.
You want the current update of where our brains are at? Do we do that? Should we start doing that weekly? Just confuse people.
We go back and forth weekly. I mean, we've said this a bunch. The Unicell is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And the more that we work on it, the more that we're like, I could see this thing out in Arizona, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's a really nice build. It's a lot newer of a vehicle than we have with our bus. So, I mean, it's a tough call, but we're going to give it an official announcement down the line.
Ooh, official. We're kind of still at the 50-50 mark.
Yeah.
I felt today we were leaning a little bit more towards keeping it, but tomorrow might be different.
Honestly, it's Mateo's decision. He'll make the final call. What does he want to live in? Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot of factors to consider.
We'll put a treat in each build and see which one he chooses.
Ooh, wow. We do got to give a shout out to the bus folk here. Yeah. The Isaac, right?
Yep. A Bus Life story on YouTube and Instagram.
Sent me these cool shirts.
And then our friends, Zach and Fiorella from Growing Slow and Wild. I believe he did the design. And then, they did a collab. So we, of course, had to get the t-shirt. I have a sweatshirt. So if you want some bus merch, go check that out. That's pretty cool.
So we're going to get right in if anybody has any questions about the previous episode, or if anybody wants any more stupid songs, we can do that too. So
we're here.
Whatever people want.
We're here for
We are here to provide some strange form of entertainment.
Yeah.
Which is also my new band, Some Strange Form of Entertainment. Check us out on YouTube. No, I'm just kidding. One of my favorite pastimes is making up band names out of like any phrase. Can you get the lettuce out of the fridge? Dude, it's like my new jam band. Can you get the lettuce out of the fridge? They're opening up for the old cheeseburger. The Red Barn.
My jam band name's going to be Metaphorically Casey.
Oh, yeah. That's a classic.
That's been mine for years.
Yeah.
Let's see. Bart, thank you so much for always sending super chats. That's so kind of you. Like, that's so awesome. When that little colorful box pops up, that's so exciting.
Thanks for the super
So first
chat.
of all, thank you for that.
Super chat.
How's the new door treating you? It's amazing.
It's pretty cool.
It is. It's amazing. what we do need for it is a way for it to latch to the outside of the vehicle when it's open. So we've been working on that because
well, we haven't been working on it. We've been talking about it slightly.
We've been working on it in our minds, not in real life quite yet. But I've been thinking about it, and because we keep it open while we're building, you know, for ventilation and fresh air. And sometimes it'll kind of hit the vehicle on the outside. So that's the next thing to work out with that. And then, of course, like the steps and all that stuff. But it's pretty cool just to see it in place. It matches the vehicle really well.
Yeah, it does. It does.
The color is spot on.
What's the word? Aerodynamically? Is that a word?
What are we talking about?
The shape and design, like it feels like it fits the side of the vehicle.
I was like, in what?
What's
context?
that word? Is that the word? I don't even want to say it again because I'm not sure what the word is.
I didn't really hear what the word.
Ergonomically, or is that a word?
There's, I mean, yeah.
There's a word like that I want to use, but I'm not. I don't know what that means.
The design of the door.
I was trying to say it in like an intelligent way. In an educated way, I guess, would make more sense. And I'm not that educated, apparently. Ergonomically. Yeah? Anyways. Yeah, it does seem like it fits the just the shape of the color. Vehicle with like the curve of the door. So it just like it looks right. It looks like it's meant to be.
Yeah, because the window has like kind of an interesting shape to it. It's not just the square or rectangular window that you usually see. And I don't know. It just, the color is spot on, which is not something that we planned. I just kind of bought the door and I was like, it's white. The vehicle's white. Hopefully this looks good. And it looks really good. And it has like a gloss coating because the Unicell is gel coated. So they both have the same kind of sheen. It's pretty nice. Okay, get behind.
I'm thinking about the door on the side of a box van. Yeah.
Splintered Finger. I've watched you guys for the last build and before that, just putting in the subfloor now. I think you're going to beat me to the finish. Ours is a 35-foot international diesel shuttle bus. That is a big one.
Boy.
Yeah.
You could do, man.
You could have full rooms.
Yeah, you start getting that long. It's almost like, when do you just make like a very cut off bedroom?
Yeah.
Our whole thing with the size that we always try to keep super open, but we also are only in that, 23-foot range. I mean, 12 more feet. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you almost gotta just like do separate rooms, right?
Think of all the space.
I put a hot tub in there, probably. I've like thought about like if we ever build something that big, which is not really something we necessarily want. I'm like, what do we even do with all that space? Our whole point is always like maximize this space.
I know.
Man.
What would we design?
I would do something way different. I would have,
yeah.
I'd have like, I think I'd do a recording studio in the back, probably.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, no, for real. If we had that
that
much space, that's probably what I would want to do with that.
We've talked about that. Oh, Bart came in with a super chat.
Oh, another one?
Thank you, Bart.
What's this one?
I love supporting this van life, bus life, box life community. Question mark. Yeah, it's vastly becoming my vastly becoming my road family. I feel
Thank
that.
you for the super chat.
Most of our friends
Bart,
now are involved in this in some way, and we just love it. Like, this is the coolest community. It's the coolest people. And like we've said before, like certain people are drawn to this lifestyle because of certain traits or qualities or things they want out of life. And so very often you're going to meet people that you really click with because you're both, similar in at least one big way, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. I keep falling behind on this. We gotta get you a little thing
I'm
so you can use it.
Distracting you with a song about every comment you read. I'm in that mode tonight.
Sarah, I think you should put in auto roller blinds.
Ooh.
That'd be cool.
Are they powered or
I've
is it
seen
mechanical?
roller blinds in those turn overland windows.
Is it mechanical or electric?
I'm not sure. Bart said, that's funny, got my third Bus Folk shirt in today. First two are old school Schooliana shirts. That's awesome. Sweet. I think I saw that you bought one of our merch shirts this week too. So thank you for that. Also, we never made an official announcement. We just kind of put them out there and never talked about them. But we have merch. We have a link to it. It's on our website. It's in all the links on like Instagram, TikTok.
This is my new merch for the night.
And so we have Mateo merch. We have a bus shirt. We have a shirt that has the 3 of us on it, and Pine Bones, who is an artist out of Moab that we love. She's amazing. We were really excited to get to work with her. So check those out because we just want people to have cool designs. She did an awesome
She made
job.
me look really tough in ours.
Yeah, you look like a Viking.
I'm like this.
I know. Mateo's so cute.
I'm like, I don't know if it looks like me, but I kind of like
Mateo is so cute.
Yeah, Mateo's great.
Bathtub in the new build or sticking with the shower pan, shower seat. We got to go with the shower pan.
Oh yeah, shower pan all day.
Yeah, I mean we sell the shower pans. We love that shower pan. I've seen more and more bathtubs in builds. I think usually because people have kids where a bathtub is just more conducive to that. But for us, it saves a lot of space to inset that shower pan into the floor and make it as low profile as possible. We usually don't have, well, we do, but we don't want to use a lot of water. So we wouldn't use a bathtub.
But if you had the 35-footer,
oh yeah,
I'd probably put 200 gallons in that thing.
Heck yeah.
200 gallons.
In our situation, we
1,400 pounds or something.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, maybe not 200 gallons.
Well, your GVWR in vehicles like that is a lot higher, so you could.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you got that space,
right?
I'd have a. Forget it. We're getting a 35-footer. We're gonna put claw tub in the back. What's it called? Bear claw?
No, just a clawfoot tub.
Clawfoot tub.
Bear claw.
Bear claw's like.
Are you okay tonight? Your brain is like a bear claw
I'm
ergonomic.
getting to the point of the season. It's not even that deep. That
yeah,
I'm on like an endless just sort of brain fry.
Mm-hmm.
Still being productive, but I was working on securing the rest of the electrical components, and man, just like crunching all those numbers. You're going between like watts and amps and different voltages and like gauges of wire and fuse size and like lengths, like distance, and you need all those numbers together to figure out what you need. And my brain's just like, I had to stop.
Yeah, you get to a point where you've just gone through so many numbers and components and like intense build just scenarios in your head, and you've played out so many different scenarios, especially with the electrical thing. You lose track of where you are.
It gets bad because especially when you're trying to figure out, like, just say your fuses, for example, right? So that's kind of based on what voltage are we talking about? Are you on the DC side? Are you on your AC? And then, like, what is the wire? What's the wire length? And then you're like, oh, okay, I got this fuse, and it's 200 amp fuse, and then you gotta like, wait, what was this for? Was I working on the DC distribution? Was I working on for the inverter? It's just like I had to stop.
I know.
Was just like
it gets to be a lot. And some days are better than others. Some days I wake up and I'm just like, today is my day, and I get a million things done.
I mean, no, we got a lot.
Oh, we have another super chat.
Oh, who's this?
You want to sing the song?
Dino. Oh yeah, I need a song for Dino. What kind of song does Dino want?
What kind of song do you want, Dino?
He's like, I don't want when I just was being nice. Stop.
Thank you so much.
Don't single me out.
$20 super chat. We are so grateful. Thank you.
Dino, thank you for the super chat.
Bathtub. Bart, I'll be meeting up with Isaac again next month. I haven't seen that guy in years.
I haven't seen him in years, but I want to thank Dino for the super chat. That's more current to my situation. Yes, it is. Thank you, Dino, for that super chat. Thank you so much for the super chat. I wish I could drop a super rap, but I won't try and do that to your ears or anyone else here. Okay. Sorry.
That was very good. Good job.
But for real, thank you. That's amazing.
Yeah, thank you so much. Sarah, what type of toilet will you be putting in? We are going with the old standby, the Thetford cassette toilet. We really like this because it is 0 install. We don't find it to be difficult or gross to empty it. It's just kind of a thing that we do to maintain our build.
Mm-hmm.
And we really like it. It's definitely a preference thing.
That's very like.
It's just an opinion thing. I don't think any of them are good or bad.
No, there's one that's the
It's
best.
just. Well, do we have to talk about our dream toilet on every live stream?
I wanted to get the flux capacitor 9000. It sends your shit into the ass.
The incinerator toilet.
Oh, God.
The incinerator toilet.
Yeah, I mean, after that, it's preference, right? I think everyone would want that if they.
I think so. They're
if
just
they
so
were willing,
expensive.
yeah, the budget and or power consumption. Both those things. I think that was a comment was just to try to get us to talk about the incinerator toilet again.
You guys are baiting us back into the incinerator.
I'm getting old Greg from the Go There Free. We're gonna get our band back up. Dream toilet.
Dream toilet. Yep.
That's what he texted me after the last chat when we were talking about it.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, we're just gonna go with that cassette again. For us, it makes sense. And then if we sell and somebody wants to do something different, it's such a like personal choice.
Mm-hmm.
Some people really want like a composting toilet, or they want to put a black water tank. Even some people do want that. There'll be allowance to do that always. I think. Yeah. So it kind of makes sense for us to go that route, and for us, we prefer that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just a preference thing. We like that cassette toilet. And my favorite part is when you can just take it out of the box and set it into the shower. That's my favorite part. And you go, toilet
I feel like
installed.
You're the only one that uses it, so yeah. I don't care.
Yeah, we just pee in it.
Yeah.
We leave no trace when we're out in the backcountry, or we use public toilets.
Yeah.
So it's really not a bad setup. For us, it's really easy. And
right, that's what I mean. That's where it's like a personal, because like, what are your consideration factors?
It also seals really well. I don't feel like it's ever really smelled when it's completely shut, like the lid shuts, even in the summertime. So I don't know. We like it. We haven't really had a reason to switch because we've started with that one and we've liked it so far. Ergonomically and aerodynamic are 2 words that were thrown out there.
I like
you were searching for those.
Ergonomically.
Stephen, hello from Dundas, Canada.
Oh,
was just looking for shuttle buses online when I got an alert that you were on. Thanks for the plans you sell online. Amazing. Thank you.
Dundas. Or is that Ontario?
Maybe.
Or no?
We were just talking about how we have to go to Canada.
Yeah, where are you at? I'm American, so my geography is horrible.
But I am better at Canadian geography than most because we grew up listening to the CBC on the radio. That was the station we listened to.
But as far as when you get into towns and cities is easy, but towns, it's like I might know the name, but yeah, I probably only could tell you exactly where like 10 of them are. Even if I recognize it, a lot of like the ones near here, like St. Catharines, obviously like Toronto and Hamilton and all those, but after that, if it's in a different province, it's I probably don't know where it is outside of Montreal, Quebec, and Vancouver. Yeah.
Dino says, hey folks, I'm on vacation now, so I can actually catch the live from the start. I caught my first Unicell in the wild today, but I think I freaked out the FedEx driver.
Like, okay, I'm just trying to do my job, man. Where was that? We
also do this.
Where was that? What state? You don't have to get specific, but
yeah, what state were you in? Because we were out west and we were looking at Unicells, and
you don't see them really.
Rarely ever saw them because they're a Buffalo-based company.
No, we see them every day.
Yeah, as soon as we drove back, we kind of got into Ohio, and they were everywhere. And then especially in the Buffalo area, they're like every third vehicle.
Yeah, pretty much if you have like a business here that you need to move stuff,
Right.
like painting or
Yeah.
construction, that's what you have.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But it is that thing, as soon as you get that vehicle, you notice it. But they are like prevalent, obviously, because this is where they're from.
We do the same thing. We tried to like wave at them, but
I was trying to start a thing like
but we're just in
you?
a car or the bus, and so they're just like, what
the Uniwave. I'm like, the guy's like, what are you doing?
What?
Like the motorcycles have like a little thing. Jeeps have a thing.
Too, yeah.
I'm starting doing the Uni.
I don't know about that.
Not the U, but this U. So you're driving down the road like, hey man, and they're like, what are you doing to me? I've actually been doing that to people in them, and they're just like, leave me alone. I'm trying to deliver packages.
Daniel, the wife and I enjoy y'all's build. Very nice and well thought out. We have a small 16-foot camper, and I'm showing her charter buses to retire in. What's the estimated time frame for this new build?
It's looking good right
October 1st. We hope to be completely done by October 1st.
November 1st is the absolute cutoff.
November 1st is our cutoff date. But it's going really quick right now. There's always things that you can get a little hang up, and it can take days to get it figured out. But right now, we're just really focusing on the interior. And then after that's done, we're going to kind of move to more of the exterior parts of the vehicle. So,
yep.
Fingers crossed for us. Send us your speediest vibes.
Yeah. I think a few months. 3 months sounds reasonable right now.
Yeah.
But
we did both of the buses in 5.
6 almost less.
Yeah, the last one had a lot of finishing touches, but the bulk of it was about 5.
Yeah. So what are we in right now? 6-7 weeks.
Yeah, just over 1.
So yeah, it seems like we should be done in about 3 months. But we will see. Weird hang-ups happen, but it has been going smoother. Most steps have gone smoother.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Which is expected. This is our 4th. Well, I don't know if I would count our van as a conversion. We did renovate it heavily.
No, the van was like us learning how to like do some stuff.
I would say, yeah, this is our 3rd full conversion. So.
Yeah.
Lexi, have you guys decided how you're going to heat this build? We're gonna go with the Dickinson again.
Yep.
We don't have diesel. It's not a diesel bus vehicle.
Yeah.
Box truck. So we can't. Well, I guess you could put a small diesel tank in, but weren't gonna go with the diesel heater. And we just really like the ambiance of the Dickinson heater. That fireplace front, we've lived with it, for 2 years now. And so it's really hard to get away from it once you have that like flickering flame in the background. It's just so nice. It really is. And they're made really well because it's a marine heater. Mm-hmm. We really like it.
Yeah, we really like it. The ambiance is like so nice. The only like reason I think we go away from it is just if we didn't have a good space for it, and if you needed every single inch of that roof, because you do have to bring your rack in a few inches from the outside, which you kind of try to balance it pretty good. On the other side, do the same. So if you needed every single inch of that roof, we'd maybe go with the forced heater, like the forced air, but I don't know.
Yeah, like a propane one.
But yeah, we love the Dickinson. It's so nice, like just how it makes it feel in there. And we're, I don't know, we're not like in crazy cold all the time. That I don't know, even if we were, we probably still have that. We just insulate like that much heavier. So
let's see. Let's keep going.
We got a bunch of like single comments.
You should. Oh, Ted says it doesn't appear that big. Running out of room. I want to put in a mini split. Hope to have enough solar to support it. Really thinking about starting a YouTube channel. You should do it.
Oh, this is the big one. Oh, wait, the 30-something footer?
The big build, yeah.
Oh, you should definitely be able to put enough solar up there. You got the space. I mean, I roughly the numbers like what you really need to accomplish. Say it's a 900 watt mini split.
Mm-hmm.
You need in the 1400 watt range is enough. If you get over that, you'd definitely be fine. Amp hours in your batteries 600 to 800, 6 to 1,000, I guess I would say. I mean, if you can get your with that thing, you should be like 2,000 watts up there probably on the roof, depending on how that roof is.
Let's see. Dino, I miss the slow road stories. The songs were the best.
Oh,
thank you so much. I know that the builds are really popular. You know, the build videos everybody likes those because a lot's going on all the time. But I really love the slow road series. That's why we started it, because we could showcase our music and our home and the places that we go that are so beautiful, and just the reason why we're doing these builds, which is important. You know, why do you spend all of this time researching everything and building it and deciding what's best and what you want? You know, why are you doing all those things? It's to have those moments of slowing down, getting away from just kind of the craziness of the world and going out into nature. So I was pretty passionate about showcasing that and learning more about videography. I really took to videography this year, cool. And we both kind of took to the storytelling, and it was a lot of fun. I like it. We'll definitely bring it back.
Yeah, it'll be more in the future.
Yeah, when we take off and go back out west, we will definitely do that.
Yeah, we'll be expanding on that. We have some other things that we never quite got to putting out, so it should be fun.
Yeah. Let's see. I think I'm in the same headspace as Drew right now.
Yeah.
Bart.
Does your hair look like this? Look at this humidity. Woo!
I know, it's humid. Steven says, I have a clawfoot tub in the basement, 300 pounds. Come and get it. That would be great for the weight distribution.
Pounds.
That's funny.
And you put the water in for another 100.
Laura, hey, hi Laura, hi. Andres, you guys are awesome people. Thank you. From Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh yeah, what's up? 602, 623.
Steven says Hamilton.
Oh yeah, that's not far from here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not too far away from us.
Let's see.
All right, we got Matthew. Phoenix. So we got 602, 623, or 480. Hit me back. I know Phoenix pretty well. Phoenix was like my second. Phoenix was actually more of our home for a while than even here. So I've been half living there for like a decade. More than that. Shoot. Never mind. I don't even want to say how long. I'm getting old.
Let's see. Matthew, could you talk about your solar panels from your last build? We are about to start building our 5-window schoolie. Really want large panels, and we're curious where you found yours. Love your buses, by the way.
Yeah. Those were 350 watt Longi solar panels. I got those from, I think, EcoDirect. They have some single panel options, but you'll see, just like many websites, they only want to sell pallets of them. They do sell some singles there, so you could buy, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's an option to look at. And then the site, we just got our other panels for this new build. I think it was called Tandem Solar, and they had more single option, like ordering options for big panels for like residentials than I've found, because I kept finding, oh, this is the perfect panel, the size, the wattage, and then it was like, it's $11,000 because you had to order like
a pallet,
60 of them or something. Yeah, it was just like, or even some sites, it's even just like you need to order 6, and it's like I only need 3. So check those 2 sites out. You kind of got to figure out what you need and just keep going at it. It's frustrating. I'd find stuff and it would be in Australia. So like they wouldn't even ship here.
Right.
And if they did, it would probably not have been worth it money wise.
Yeah, they would.
Some of them, the freight, even here, they only want to ship to one side of the country. So if it's West Coast, they might not ship. They might ship only West. And if it's East, they might only ship East. So it gets tricky with the big residential panels because they really don't want to sell them. It's kind of not the point of that business model for them. So you got to find third-party suppliers that will sell off. Either they're selling off extras or they just opt to do that way. So I would try those two websites. Those are the ones I've found more singles on. It's crazy now. There's like 500-watt panels out there. And it's like,
yeah, they're gigantic.
You gotta have a really wide roof. If we didn't have the chimney, I think we could have fit a 480 or 500 watt up there, which would have been crazy. So anyways,
it was a really big roof on this vehicle.
Yeah, but the last ones were Longy Solar. I think I got them from Eco Direct. So look around. I always get a headache when I'm looking for panels. You're trying to maximize, and then, but then you're also like, what size system are you going with? You could do it either way, but I think it is a little bit easier to figure out the panels that maximize your roof space and then build your system voltage off of that. Because if you like box yourself into a 48 volt system and then you can't find 48 volts panels that fit, or you box yourself into, like, you get everything to 24 volt and then you find out, well, it's going to be way easier to do 12 volt panels. I don't know. You can do it either way. You can start with your battery bank and work back, but I do think the panels might be the way to start. That's my recent thought after, like, we're just going through that again. Anyway, sorry, that was a lot about that.
Well, it took us a lot to find it, so I guess it's just being patient and
it's frustrating when you find it and they're like, you gotta buy 30, and it's like,
shipping is a lot,
dude. The panels that went up a bunch, the big ones, actually even the small ones, like from a year ago, from 2 years ago, they went up a lot.
Yep,
they were a lot when we did the Rich Solar 200 ones on our first bus, but 3 years ago, whatever. They were way cheaper. I feel like they've gone up.
Ray says, I've seen some builds that are stealth that look really nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. I wonder what people are kind of doing these days to make a stealth build.
You just slap the puppy wash sticker on. You wrap it. Yeah. And it's puppy grooming services.
We, I think we talked about this maybe a live stream or two ago. Stealth is just, it's not a priority for us. Our builds are too obvious, I guess. I don't know, like our bus has these stripes on it and it has the WeBoost antenna and it has the solar panels. I think anybody that vaguely knows what's in a build will know that it's not just a shuttle bus. And then with the Unicell, living without sunlight was just not something we wanted to do. So we put in the windows, we put in the door. We used to be in cities a lot more for gigs, but we're in nature now. We're out on BLM land when we are not in New York. So it's just not a priority for us. It would be if you had a different lifestyle than we do, but it's a lot of effort to make for us when we're just not in cities that much.
Yeah, and if we are, we're parking places that you're going to be fine regardless. We'll still grab a stealth spot here and there, but I've gone on about this a bunch of times. Those spots you're going to get by with any vehicle probably for a night, and then there's the gray area of a handful of places where, like, being stealthy helps you, but anywhere that doesn't want someone there, you're not parking there regardless of what your vehicle is. But yeah, like you said, that being said, if like you live full time in the city, say you just want to live, you want to, like, because when we were in the van, we actually did pretty much live in the city. You want to live in the city, you want to live in a van or a bus or whatever.
Yeah.
That's fine. Then that should be maybe your priority is that. Maybe you know that you need that. And that's kind of where you start. It's like if you want to live in the cold, you start with insulation and work back.
Laura says, I'm looking for the best and biggest wattage to pull in for my Blue Eddy 200P. With the solar panels?
Oh, that's like a power for the power station?
Yeah, I believe that's a power station, I think, right?
Yeah.
Let's hear a little bit more about that.
I have never used one of those like Jackery and Blue Eddy. So you have to see what the Blue Eddy has. What's the highest amp rating it can take in, basically, right? So if it says you can do 20 amps, you go back and you figure out what's 20 amps on whatever solar panels you're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what you got to figure out first, and then you'll know what your max amperage you can put into that system.
Busing on a budget. Y'all are very inspiring. Love your build series. Thank you so much. Any big travel plans coming up once the Unicell is done?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
It depends when it gets done.
Yeah, I mean, the last 2 years we were here until New Year's.
Mm-hmm.
So November 1st. Well, yeah, the first week of November is our cutoff point. We want to be done with all the building things by then. And then get out of that cold winter weather that's coming to New York by then.
Yeah, because if you get out at New Year's, you're pretty much you don't have enjoyable options.
Right. You got to
Right?
just race to
Like, yeah,
southern Arizona.
I'm going to Southwest. I'm going to Arizona.
Yeah.
Honestly, geez, that time of year, it's like you got to go to Arizona,
Mhm.
somewhere in SoCal or Baja.
Yeah. We want to
or Mexico. If you want to be nice weather.
Yeah, we want to head to the Northwest this year. We are always skipping it because it's too cold to go with our timeline. So hopefully we can do that.
Yeah, if we can get out early enough, maybe we'll get a few weeks up there. That would be nice.
Yeah.
To Oregon or something.
Jennifer says, how about putting screens on your shuttle bus windows, at least the emergency exit windows? Think you need them. Wish you had them. Yes. Screens. So difficult. That's like one of the questions with shuttle buses, because those windows are awesome, but we have this problem with our bus right now. Being in New York, it's really kind of wet here. There's forest all over, and that means mosquitoes in the summertime, and they are coming in our windows. So I have always thought that some Velcro around the frame, whether it's the T-top or the larger emergency windows, and then you just buy some really fine screen, like flexible kind of screen, the really, really flexible kind, not the metal kind.
Well, you could even get the metal one, but yeah.
You could, but if you get the fabric kind or the plastic kind, then you can sew the Velcro to the edge of it and make it the exact size of the window, and then you can just Velcro it, and then the bugs can't get past that. I
honestly wonder why we never solved that problem.
I know.
It's like we're like, oh, we gotta do this, and then we just never got to it, and then I don't know. I guess a big part of that is being in Arizona a lot. There's not a lot of in the winter.
We've always just had other projects.
That's probably what it is. When we have the time, we're in an environment where there's very little bugs.
Right. That's
and then when we're thinking about it, it's the summer and we're so busy with everything else. It's just
that's spot on. That's exactly what it
right,
is.
Because I'm just thinking, wait, why didn't we? It doesn't sound like it'd be that hard to solve. It might not be the best looking, but you could probably do a pretty good job. I think the Velcro idea sounds like we should probably do that actually.
That
to the shuttle.
Yep.
So this just to the T-tops at least, the sliders.
Laura, I have an unopened case of Havelock wool for sale, though thought I needed 2 for my van, only used less than 1. If anybody needs some Havelock.
Yeah. If anybody here is looking for it.
Andres, I've rewatched all your guys' videos multiple times. Almost done building an 03 Ford E450 shuttle bus. Nice. Me and my family are excited to do the last finishing things. That is so exciting.
I see it.
You're in one of the most exciting parts, finishing all those things and kind of starting your journey on the road. You're going to do it with your family. That's so special. That's going to be a really cool, whether you're using it as a trip or you're moving into it full time. It's going to be a really special time. Yeah.
I wish they had. What was that? It fell down.
Ghosts
in the old metal shop.
Ghosts.
Geez, okay, sorry, Harold, didn't mean it. Sorry, guys. I wish that they could send us like a picture through this.
I know.
Like,
I don't know.
There's probably a medium to do that. Medium platform.
I just feel like I got a handle on the whole live thing, so.
No, I'd say it'd be cool. Like,
I don't know how to use
people,
special
most people
features.
are like, "Hey, I'm just gonna finish up my 03 450."
Oh yeah, that'd
and
be
just
cool.
send us a simple image just to see it. Like, that'd be super cool.
That would be cool. Dino sent us a $10 super chat.
Oh man!
Thank you so much. You gotta get a super chat song. Felt a little too heavy for a super chat.
Oh, oops, I'm sorry. $10 super chat.
That feels a little better.
Thank you for your super chat. That might be the new super chat jingle. Super chat. I need to get like some, that sounds like sort of like a ching.
Yeah, it sounds like.
What did we get?
Notification. Ray, your talent shows in your builds. Thank you so much. You guys are so kind to us. We're constantly just like so excited to have everyone here following along on this journey. Like, this has been so cool. And now we're 2 builds in on YouTube.
Mhm.
So it's just growing. And
Yeah, that's cool.
Thank you so much. Respectful Living. I just bought an 06 E450 shuttle bus.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Send the picture through. I want to see it.
E450 Club.
Yeah, the 450 is nice because you get that higher GVWR, you get that 14.5.
Mm-hmm.
The 350 is like 12.5.
Usually.
Right. Well, at least yeah. Let me say that the ones we've done,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's probably fairly standard on the chassis, but who knows? Yeah, getting an extra couple thousand pounds.
Yeah.
To work with is really nice.
Andres 480 Glendale, really.
Oh, Glendale. Okay.
We never really go up there into Glendale.
Over there.
Over and up.
Yeah, it is kind of west and it goes north a little bit.
Respectful Living, Southeast Michigan, transplanted from Mesa, Arizona.
Oh, Mesa in the house.
We got so much Arizona.
Okay. We know Mesa well.
So much Arizona up in the house.
Mesa very well.
Mm-hmm. Andre says, I live walking distance from the only drive-in movie in the valley. Drive-in movie theater.
Yeah.
That's so cool. We have one close to where
2. Drew
grew up, and that is kind of rare. And we didn't know that.
It's like there's another one actually that's another half hour the other way.
Yeah, we didn't know that because we just grew up with them.
So, yeah. It's only like 2 in the state. There's only like one other one in the state or something.
Yeah. Oh, it's so fun.
There used to be a bunch of them, obviously, and then most of them went out. But the one close to where I grew up is massive. They have like 6 screens now.
Mm-hmm.
It's so crazy. And then even the other one, they think they always had 3 screens at the other one. And they still do, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. But yeah, there's like at least 6 screens. It's insane. They had to like build an extra lane on the side of the road. It's kind of off like a main road. It's not quite a highway, and it would back the traffic up like on the shoulder so bad. And this is a pretty busy road. They had to put like a side lane in there that you pull into to get in line to go in the drive-in because it just somehow got more popular. Yeah.
Matthew, that had the solar panel question about the big solar panel, says that's what they're having issues with is finding them. I wasn't sure if you got them used because they're hard to find.
No, I got them new. It's a pain in the butt. When I was looking, I found a few sets that were like 6-packs, and I considered like putting a word out to see if anybody needed the same size, which like the likelihood isn't super high, just to split the extra 3 because I didn't need all those. Yeah, it is a pain.
And everyone, find the big ones. Yeah, and everybody wanted us to share the link for the solar panels when we put them in our build series, and then they just pretty much went out of stock and haven't come back in stock.
Yeah, and like
since, so we're sorry.
Sites like you kind of got to get them from like a solar site, like Amazon. Those kind of sites don't carry much. I think the Rich 200s are like the biggest ones they have. Maybe they don't have really anything much bigger.
Yeah.
So it's not like readily available. Say, here's the link. This is what we got. Yeah, it is frustrating, but there are some out there. Like I said, try those 2 sites. Try EcoDirect. Try Tandem Solar, and maybe you'll find something. Tandem had a few different things in like the 360 to 400 range.
Yeah, Tandem Solar was the best that we found recently.
Yeah, they weren't cheap, but they weren't really cheap anywhere. EcoDirect has a bunch, but I did notice they had less singles available this year than they did last year.
Kraken Engineer. Okay, how have y'all been dealing with the heat? It's been 100 here, and I can barely get work done.
Oh, we have been spoiled so far
That's
this year.
been the struggle. I mean, that's the struggle of other places, is like the Southwest in the summertime. I feel like you can't even build in the summer.
Yeah.
Here,
it's normally brutal.
We were just talking about this. Last summer was brutal. It was very, very difficult to build. We would just get through it. We would be so sweaty and tired and gross by the end of the day. Like, you have no choice but to shower every single day. And we have been spoiled this summer. It's actually been pretty nice.
Yeah, we've had only a few days even above like 80. It's been just hanging around like 75 to 80. And even we've had some cooler days. And then even the warm days have cooled down at night, which has been awesome.
Nice.
It's just like you don't even need AC.
It's been nice.
It is just the beginning of July, so I don't want to get too like excited about that.
I know.
Usually it starts to get really hot, like it is everywhere. But we have been really fortunate so far this year. But last year was really hot every single day, it seemed like.
Yeah, it did.
It never broke either. Like it never cooled down at night. And it was so humid.
It was awful.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
Matthew says we're 96 inches wide, just trying to do the entire roof with solar.
96, 8 feet. Yeah, you could go if you don't have any other obstructions like a chimney, you could probably get close to 500 watt panels up there. 480 that 475 to 500 watt range. Do make sure you put support in the middle if you go that large. Sneak peek into when we get into our roof rack, you'll see that we did that. We put a third strut in the middle. Because those panels they're too long to not have. They're so
movement. Big. Yeah.
You need at least 6 points of contact on those. But yeah, you got an 8 foot wide roof. Like, at least your options are open. Yeah,
my whole hand is just throbbing right now. Sidebar. Right before we went live, maybe like 15-20 minutes, I got stung by a bee on the finger, just right here, like in between your fingers, the worst part. And it's just been getting bigger and bigger throughout this live stream. And it's just kind of like pulsing. I'm not allergic at all. I typically have really mild reactions, but it does hurt. It was like on Mateo's leash. So when I picked up his leash and like hooked it onto his harness and went to walk him, it just stung me out of nowhere. It wasn't even flying. It was sitting on the leash. Like, my finger is just getting bigger and bigger as time goes on. Okay, sidebar over.
Oh, I was gonna make a song about it, but maybe not.
Dino says traveling to Ohio from New York.
Oh, okay.
New York City. Maybe.
You're gonna be that person that assumes if you're from New York, you're only from New York City, like everyone does about us.
We know. Yeah, we're not from New York City.
From
the other side of the state,
as far as you could be.
And whenever people ask us, like on the road at a truck stop or a gas station, well, where are you guys from? You have New York plates, and we'll just say, we're from New York, and they'll assume Manhattan, and they'll be like, wow, I can't believe you built this in Manhattan.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, no, actually, way far away. Joy, I'm in Mesa, Arizona, and building my bus this September. That's what we were just talking about. It's probably too hot.
September is still
Start
hot.
the build, but September.
September is probably the earliest. You can still only 100. Yeah, only 100 every day in September.
Steven, can you please share your opinion? Shuttle bus E450 versus short school bus GMC Duramax. I mean,
it's only going to be so one-sided because we don't have personal experience with.
Obviously we like shuttle buses. Just aesthetically, we like shuttle buses.
Yeah.
But what we always say is you may or may not have to do a roof raise with the school bus. You won't have to with the shuttle bus.
Most likely. Well, you won't be.
You most likely won't have to.
Yeah, don't buy it if you need to.
There's a better chance of having more headroom in the shuttle bus. And it's very specific vehicle to vehicle.
Yeah, it varies.
You know. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's always pros and cons. You know, if you like working with metal, school bus is a little easier.
Mm-hmm.
If you, like she said, if you get a shuttle, usually you can find shuttles that have above 6 foot headroom. Most of them do. So you probably don't have to deal with that aspect of like a roof raise. The fiberglass doesn't rust.
Mm-hmm.
Metal rusts, but also metal is in some ways easier to repair things on. So
yeah.
Some shuttles have decent clearance. Like our 450 has pretty good clearance, but some of them are kind of low to the ground, like with the stairwell particularly. And a lot of the schoolies have pretty good clearance. You know, we've never owned one, so we can only go so far on that. We have our reasons we like ours, but
yeah, of course we like the shuttle buses, but there's big differences between both kinds of vehicles. It depends, like, is it gas? Is it diesel?
Yeah,
is it tall? Is it short? You know, like, it's so specific. We've talked about, you know, people will ask, how can you tell how long a shuttle bus is from a picture? So hard.
Yeah,
you can't count the windows. They're all different sizes. It's hard to tell internal height from a picture. It's just such a toss up.
Yeah, and if the gas diesel thing is a big sticking point for you, I think all the schoolies are diesel. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Any school bus I've ever heard of has been diesel. Maybe there are gas ones. Whereas shuttles, it's like kind of 50-50. I think there's probably actually more gas ones than there are diesel. In our experience of looking, we see gas ones more often. There are plenty of diesel shuttles out there, but so if that's a huge factor, you might get boxed into one or the other just from that.
All right, we're just gonna do a few more. We're coming up on an hour, so we're just gonna do a few more. Are you ready?
Yeah, we got.
Let's see.
What do you got? What kind of question you got for me to answer? Maybe
Matthew, I forgot you guys were from New York. I'm from near Syracuse originally, but live in PA now. Hey, neighbor.
All right, yeah, definitely neighbor all around.
Laura, I love my Bluetti. Just need some solar panels. Yeah, you probably wouldn't need too many for that.
No, I wouldn't imagine that even. I don't know that they make a model that takes like a really large amount. You're probably going to be limited to, just off the top of my head, 400 to 800 watts. Sounds like that's probably a bigger Bluetti.
Is that what it said?
No, I'm just guessing from like what I've sort of looked at them.
It says 200p.
Oh,
I'm not sure what that
200p.
We're just sort of unfamiliar with the power station.
It's the 200. Is that referring to the amp hours of the battery? Probably, most likely.
Ray says, does your shuttle bus stay warm through the winter months? It stayed warm. We travel with the seasons, so we don't hang out in super, super, super cold weather. If it's really cold, we move and we go somewhere warmer.
Yeah, it's with the insulation that we did and with our heater, we are very comfortable at 25 to 30 degrees.
Yeah.
And probably good till like into the teens. After that, you start getting like colder than that, it's livable in there. You're fine, but you're still going to start running into like your pipes might freeze, that kind of thing. Because
Yeah, we
you know
tried to
that wasn't
avoid
our
it.
goal. But yeah, if you're above 20, it's fine. If you that range, it usually about 30 degrees warmer than outside. So if it's like 30, our heater can get it to about between 60 and 65, depending on the wind and all that.
Yeah, if you plan to be in cold weather for really long periods of time, I think we recommend something with less windows. You know.
Yeah, more insulation.
More
that should
insulation.
be the beginning of your build. That should be priority if you're going to be in ski country.
Yep.
Yep.
Respectful living, and my E450 is a Ford, so no wheel wells. No wheel wells. Ours is a Ford E450, and we had wheel wells.
So they just built the floor above the wheel wells.
That's awesome.
That's what the Unicell's like.
That's so helpful.
Yeah, it is.
Chuck, I can hardly wait to see the side door installed and what you guys do with the back end of the Unicell. We are cooking up some external vehicle ideas. We've been talking about this a lot lately.
That was your brain cooking an idea.
I thought that's what that was.
Oh, it's stuck.
Okay, that's how I felt today. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. The side door is awesome. The back.
So cool.
There's just nothing on the back still.
It's a blank canvas.
Awesome for working right now. But I was like, man, we gotta get these doors on here at some point.
That's been intentional because we walk in and out of the back of the vehicle every day, all day long.
So easy.
That's how I get my steps in. It's just in and out of that vehicle. So we've left it, the way that it was for the time being. And the bed frame will be the last thing that we build into the vehicle for that reason.
Yeah.
Because we are going to put the bed in the back like we have it now.
Right.
So eventually the side door will be, the side door and then the pass through from the cab will be the two entry points. Unless you want to climb over the bed.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't make sense to build the bed right now because usually we would do the bed first.
Yep.
But we are kind of switching that up just because it makes sense. But I'm pretty excited about the ideas we have for the outside of the vehicle.
Yeah.
Because when we are traveling, pull into a camp spot and you set up your whole camp situation. Like chairs, awning, we have an outdoor table, we have the outdoor rug, and it just extends your living space. So I'm really excited to have those back doors that open because we had that on our van and it was really cool. Even though that was our bathroom back there, it was still nice to be able to open up the whole vehicle like that.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Ventilate it very fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You
got any more?
Let's do just two more.
Okay, a couple more. Who's the lucky duck?
I like the headroom in the shuttle bus. The only way to kind of show you guys is by changing my profile picture of the interior. I don't see it. It is still a beetle.
Oh.
It's still a bug. Eddie, I remember you saying you wanted to make your shower a little smaller. Have you thought of also now having your toilet slide into the wall instead of being in the shower at all times? I think this is a really cool part of a build. I've seen this a few times, and we just don't have the space on the outside of our shower. Like the walls, one wall goes right to the cab. And the other wall goes right into storage. And we run our propane lines and solar wires through it.
Mm-hmm.
So for us to have a toilet on a slide, we'd have to sacrifice.
Yeah, you'd actually be losing space.
All the storage that's right next to the bathroom.
I think it's a super good application if you're building in like a van and you're not going to have a full shower to do that. That way, in that situation, you're saving space because you're like hiding that away. For us, already committing the space to the shower, it makes sense to just put it in there because, I mean, you can take it out you want when you're showering or just leave it, and it's just out of the way. That space is kind of just wasted space the rest of the time, anyways, right? So
Yeah.
it is cool, though. I've seen people do a good job with that.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I mean, it's not that bad. We just kind of take it out of the shower and set it in the doorway.
Or if you're
we
really
shower.
or if you're really tired, and you can just sit on it and take a shower.
It's waterproof.
It
I
is all
guess.
like
Yeah.
water. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's made for that. It's made to be like a full like wet bath.
Wet bath.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we
usually pull it out though, just to have a little more standing room.
We did make the shower a little bit smaller in this build. One, because we do have less space than in our bus. We have a little bit less length. And it's my personal opinion, you spend the least amount of time in the shower. So why have it take up more space than it absolutely needs to? We kind of went back and forth on that. Drew wanted a little bit bigger shower, so we kind of met in the middle. But it's smaller than it is in our bus. Not drastically, just a few inches.
Yeah, I don't think it is a lot smaller really because it's wider now.
It is wider.
I think it's actually going to feel bigger because we kind of flipped how it is. So in our bus, it's 32 like length and then 24, but you have to kind of stand in it the 24 way because that's where the shower head is. So we sort of flipped it. So now it'll be, I think we're doing what, 28, 29 and 26, something like that.
Yeah.
So it'll actually be wider the way that you'll stand facing the shower head, which for me is actually going to make it feel larger, I think.
Yeah.
Like being a little bit shorter front to back is honestly, I think it's not even going to feel, I think it's actually going to feel nicer. But yeah, it was basically that wall space because, you only have so many inches from the back of the cab to the back. The bed's going to take up a huge chunk, then the couch. And then your only negotiable spot really is, at least in this layout, is your shower and what do you have left for a counter space, like a drawer space.
Right.
So, yeah, the volume is probably close because we shortened it a few inches, but we made it a couple inches wider.
Yeah. I just think like, you're taking super quick showers, water on, water off. Like you're not spending time in there. There's no bathtub. Just make it as small as you are comfortable having it, you know? You're gonna be your least used area.
Small as you're comfortable with, and if you can multi-use that space in any way, most people will use it to store if they have a cassette toilet or composting toilet, obviously they'll stay in there, but you keep your dirty laundry in there, or some people even use it as like they'll have a trash can in there. Stuff like that. I mean, like it's just dead space most of the time, right? So you could organize it in a way that it houses something if you are short on space.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like a big closet.
Yeah.
And then when you need to use it, a couple hours a week, how long are you in there? So yeah, it's really just about the space you got. You got to work it the best way you can.
Well, Mateo has been asleep pretty much the whole time. So I think we're going to have to get this guy to bed. You ready? Oh, he's so tired.
Mateo, it's time to go to bed. You little sleepy chewini head. You're a doggy of the dreams.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We are exhausted from building, and we hope that all of your builds are going well. We're so excited for all you guys who are about to start your journey, who are like, we're just so excited for you guys. So, you ready?
Yeah, I think we're
Drew's gonna play us out.
I think we're good, guys. We'll see you probably in a week.
Yeah. We'll see you on Sunday with a brand new video. And until then, play us out, Drew.